Come on, what's wrong with me?
Well, everybody hates you. You're a little twerp. You dress terribly. But apart from that, nothing.
Oh, okay. Good.
Bully is a game chock full of unfinished assets, so it should not come as a big surprise to some of you watching this video that Bully actually has quite a bit of unused clothing. I decided to go through all of the clothing models and textures in the game files, and so I found a total of 77 unused and unfinished clothing assets. To keep things simple, at least as simple as I can, I've decided to categorize these models and textures into 3 categories. The first category we're going to be having a look at are the unused clothing models. These are clothes that actually do have models and textures, some of which can even be modded into the game. The second category are the alternative clothing models. These are all basically unfinished versions of outfits and costumes that do end up appearing in the game. The third and final category are the empty clothing models. These models and textures are empty. While they do exist in the game files, they don't actually contain anything at all. They're basically placeholder files for different types of outfits that Rockstar ostensibly never worked on beyond just making the texture and model files. Anyway, without any further ado, let's have a look at the first category. First off, we have this really cool asylum inmate mask. Very similar to the one worn by Otto, the townie. While it remains unknown what this mask was intended for or how you would have unlocked it, it is possible that Jimmy would have unlocked it by completing either Galloway Away, finding Johnny Vincent, or the errand given to you by one of the asylum orderlies. Now this angel band was possibly replaced by the unlockable angel halo hairband in the carnival price tent. It is also possible that this was meant to appear as an unlockable for completing an errand or a mission. Next up, we have this pink novelty watch, simply named Big Watch. This could have been what the big novelty watch in the carnival price tent looked like before Rockstar had finished it. This one is called Devil Band, possibly another beta version of a carnival unlockable, more specifically, the Devil Horn Hairband. Beaded Bracelet, not to be confused with the one at the carnival price tent, is a beaded bracelet. Not a whole lot is known about this unused clothing item, aside from the fact that it would have been worn on Jimmy's left arm. This piece of clothing is called Dart Hat. Sadly, only a cutscene model of it exists in the game files, so if you want to mod it into the game, then you're gonna have to rig it yourself. And if you're gonna do that, then please, by all means, don't ask me about it, because I suck at it. Still, it is a pretty damn cool hat. It is also kinda odd how it remains in the game files as a cutscene model, yet the actual model used outside of cutscenes is absent. This is the Soda Hat. While the Soda Hat doesn't appear in the PC, PS2, Wii, or mobile version of the game, it does appear in Scholarship Edition on the Xbox 360. On the Xbox 360, it can be unlocked if you purchase 500 Beam Colas. Now this is SM Watch, a fancy looking watch that could have possibly been for sale at the Aquaberry clothing store. Not a whole lot is known about the racing outfit. Something I liked that Rockstar added was the addition of logos of various businesses in the game, including Dragon's Wing. I tried looking into this outfit as much as I could, but the information I found was pretty contradictory. Some people claim that you can unlock this outfit on the Wii by completing Geography Class 2, while others claim that you cannot unlock the full costume, instead you can only unlock the hat. And some people even claim that you cannot unlock this outfit at all. One thing is for sure though, you cannot unlock this outfit on most versions of this game. But interestingly enough, it does actually appear as an unlockable on one of the Wii beta builds that I have. This is the Panda costume. While this outfit can actually be unlocked on the Wii version of the game, it does not appear fully as an unlockable on any other version. Instead, you can only unlock the head of the Panda costume on the PC, Xbox 360, and Anniversary Edition versions of the game. So this is the US hat. It is quite possibly another beta version of a Carnival unlockable, namely the checkered party hat. This one is simply named Underwear. It is actually just a basic reskin of Jimmy's default jeans. Instead of wearing his jeans over his underwear like a normal person, he rebels against the system and does the exact opposite. That is, until Rockstar eventually decided to not use this in the game. While it remains unclear when this item would have been unlocked, it is possible that this would have appeared in the game as a secret unlockable, kind of like the dunce cap or the running shorts. These black boxing gloves could have possibly been what Rockstar initially had in mind for Jimmy's boxing outfit. And likewise, these brown boxing gloves are also left unused, quite possibly intended to be used during boxing. This pair of panties that Jimmy could have donned over his head were most likely meant to be unlocked after completing Panty Raid. It is likely that Rockstar removed this item from the game because of the T rating. So now that we've had a look at the unused clothing, let's have a look at the unfinished versions of some of the clothing that actually did make it to the final version of the game. This is a beta version of the brown jacket Jimmy sports in the beginning of the game. The textures and models are both very similar to the final version of the jacket, but there are a couple of small differences. For one, this version of the jacket has a zipper on the left side, and on the right side we can see a small logo. Now this is an even older version of the brown jacket. This one is simply named Hoodie Brown and has quite a few easily noticeable differences from the final version. Here we have a beta version of Jimmy's school uniform, and considering that a lot of this is contained in one single model file, it is possible that this is what the player looked like before Rockstar had implemented a clothing customization system into the game. Here we have Jimmy's beta wrestling outfit. Not only is the wrestling outfit a bit different, but Jimmy's face is also noticeably different. Rather than the wrestling headgear that covers Jimmy's head fully, Jimmy instead has ear protection gear with a red band. This is the beta version of Jimmy's Halloween costume. The textures are obviously quite different, and Jimmy's face looks a lot meaner. The skeleton texture is also noticeably more cartoony. Something also worth noting is that Jimmy's boots are brown instead of black. This is the beta version of Jimmy's orderly outfit. The texture is a lot blurrier and cartoony. Not to mention that Jimmy's name tag is also unfinished and very low quality. And just like with the wrestling outfit, we can see that Jimmy's face looks different. Now here we have the beta boxing outfit. Oddly enough, the texture file used for this outfit only contains a texture for the outfit and not for Jimmy. I decided to apply the facial texture from Jimmy's beta uniform model, and it actually fits perfectly. The arms and leg textures were simply improvised on my part, since I could not find a texture that would fit properly. And just like with the other beta outfits, we can see that the textures are very cartoony and basic, lacking much detail beyond basic colors. Bully has a total of 3 ninja costumes that Jimmy can unlock. The red ninja costume, the black ninja costume, and the green ninja costume. Although there isn't any textures left of this, the green ninja costume was initially supposed to be white. This is backed up by the model and texture file names referencing the color. And finally, we have the empty clothing models and textures. These files are basically placeholders for clothing items that never had any textures or models made for them. Number 1. Halloween Mask. Quite possibly a scrapped Halloween unlockable. Number 2. Rabbit Mask. Perhaps a reference to the White Rabbit in Manhunt. Number 3 and 4. Rock Pants and Rock Jacket. This is probably an outfit that Rockstar had planned for Jimmy to unlock somehow. Fun fact, Rockstar Games actually did end up adding an 80s Rockstar outfit to the Scholarship Edition version of the game. Number 5. Red Beret. Pretty self-explanatory. Number 6. Black Beret. A black version of the Red Beret, or so I would assume. To wrap this video up, here's a quick rundown of the other empty clothing files that ended up being completely left unused. The school's clothing store was meant to have 1 pair of pants, 2 jackets, 2 pairs of shorts, and 2 sweaters. The Aquaberry clothing store in Old Bullworth Vale was supposed to have 1 fedora, 2 jackets, and 1 top hat. The Final Cut clothing store in New Coventry was meant to have 4 hats, 1 pair of boots, 1 jacket, 4 rotten, possibly an unused haircut, 1 pair of shorts, and 3 toques. And finally, the worn-in clothing store in Bulworth Town was supposed to have 2 hats, 2 bucket hats, 1 cowboy hat, 2 jackets, 3 jerseys, 2 long-sleeved shirts, 1 pair of pants, 1 beaded bracelet which could be worn on Jimmy's left and right arms, 3 short-sleeved shirts, and 2 sweaters. There you have it. If you want to learn more about the unused beta assets in Bully, then I'd recommend subscribing for more. Anyway, that's it for this video. You folks, as always, stay classy. Peace.